And Olivia, this one's going to come to you straight, so pay attention. It says, my wife wants us to have 6 children. We already have 2, and we're expecting another one. But considering the pain and everything about childbirth, I think 3 will be okay. She just won't take it, but I feel for her. Please, what do I do about this one? Olivia, since you said you wanted 10 kids, let's have this conversation, shall we?
I didn't say I wanted 10 kids. So I said that I would have had 10 kids by now if my husband did not have like the period after, and he was very meticulous into me.
No problem.
But
so you answered the question.
Sorry?
Oh, so you go ahead and answer the question.
Okay, but moving on, I think that, I mean, where you're coming from is very legit, and it's very sweet of you as a man that you're actually empathetic of your wife. You probably were there when she was delivering, so the whole process, like you really feel for your wife, and it's really sweet of you. I mean, big ups to you, and thank you for being empathetic of women. I appreciate that. But in terms of, she wants 6 kids, and you don't want. I mean, you're happy with the 3. Moving on, I feel like if genuinely, right, money is not a problem. I mean, putting your kids to good schools, making sure that they have all that they want and they're okay, and you can guarantee the quality of life for them. And in terms of their education, their future, and everything is okay. And I mean, money is not a problem. I mean, then it's okay. But I mean, when it comes to the pain, like Charlie Samuel, like a lot of women, like is real. I have 2 kids. My delivery was crazy back to back, and by the time I realized, I just popped my babies out. So it was like in and out of there. As opposed to everybody's pregnancy is different, everybody's experience is different. So she probably, yes, is the pain is on. She's screaming, she's insulting you during the labor period, and then bam, the baby comes out and she's like, whoa, I want 2 more. And you're probably looking at her thinking like, Charlie, this woman, are you okay? But I mean, I think she's happy to have them. So that's why I'm saying that if you don't mind, and it's something that's not going to take away too much from your finances, and you're in a situation whereby you can afford, and she's okay with it, why not? You see, she can deal with the pain. You have a problem with the pain, but she's the one who's birthing them out. So, I mean, if she's fine with it, I think it's cool. Unless, of course, it's going to drain you all financially, and there's a lot, and maybe you want to be really there. You're the hands-on kind of dad, like my husband, who is like, okay, like helping with the kids, helping with homework, helping with bathing them, helping with this, helping with that. That's different, and then maybe you think that the pressure might be a bit too much. Then you can negotiate. Go on the negotiation table and say, okay, my dear, I know you said you wanted 6, but you, Charlie, let's do it 4, and then hands down. And then by all means, have your wife's period up.
Right.
You see, it helps. So that when she's ovulating and she's onto you, you can quickly strategize and then, have everything going.
Nice one. Very, very important. The app, right? Okay. Let's hear from Tina.
Jen.
Yeah.
I'm applauding the guy. He's done really well. Really, really well for empathizing like that with his wife. What I would say after having a child of my own is that I've gotten to know that the whole pregnancy period is not just about one person. In fact, it actually affects a whole lot of people around you. So it affects your job, it affects your home, your husband, it affects your family, it affects like practically everyone around you. And it's not just about you. Even though you think it's about you, it's not just about you. So I think they should definitely have a conversation around giving birth to six kids, in terms of he feeling or empathizing with her. Sometimes when the women are pregnant, the men have symptoms as well. I am not sure what that is called, but sometimes there were times when I couldn't sleep and Alfie wouldn't sleep. I'm hungry, he's hungry. I am getting cramps, he's getting it. Like he experienced almost everything
yeah.
I experienced. And that thing is very, very traumatizing for a man who is not even carrying the baby. So he's actually feeling it, and he's thinking, so am I going to go through this 6 times? In fact, I've gone through, we are halfway through, and so I mean, everything is about compromise. And I think if they have like a conversation at a time where she's all relaxed and maybe they're going through like calm waters and stuff like that, he can bring it up and say that, you know what, instead of 6, can we have this because of A, B, C, D?
Okay.
And
Tina,
and
let me just cut you for a second. I mean, I think you've made your point there on the fact that they need to have that conversation, but unfortunately, we're running out of time. So let me bring Rosina in, for maybe 30 seconds. Let me hear your thoughts on this particular one. What do you think?
Okay, I think that I wanted to have 5. My husband wanted to have 2.
Interesting.
Now I wish I didn't stack up one. Anyway, so quick one. So the thing is, when it comes to childbirth, my advice to couples is that some people want big families because that's what they are used to, or some people want big families because they were the only child. So they want the experience of having a lot of children. That's aside. Number 2, if you have children, make sure you can take them, you can take care of them as yourself, as an individual. Assuming your partner wasn't available, I'm looking at in terms of divorce, in terms of losing the other partner, make sure you have enough kids that you alone can comfortably support. And know that the population in the world is growing so much. When you populate, everybody populates 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The resources will not be enough for all of us. So a word to a wise
is enough. Thank you very much, Rosina, for that one there. And I mean, I have to agree. Having kids these days is more of an economic decision than anything else, because, and I love what Rosina said, if you can't take care of them by yourself, you should probably reconsider the number of kids you want to have, because you never know. Knock on wood, that your partner may pass and you'll be stuck with all the children. Okay, so that's something for you to consider.